like specifics on this. I always do that. How did I even touch? I didn't even, can't. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're good. Are you doing good? Be real. Come on. If you're not okay, just lie and say you're good. Okay, years ago, I did a video on this exact guitar. This is a Squier Classic Vibe 50s Telecaster in Butterscotch Blonde. I feel like I've said that name a billion times. And at the time, it was made in China. And I think a year after that video, so we're going back to like 2020, I think a year after, they switched over to being made in Indonesia. And that's what one of these guitars is. This is an Indonesian-made one. So I had this guitar sent over by Sweetwater, and it was part of that huge 5 Telecaster giveaway video, and I'll link it so you can go check that one out as well. See how this compares against 4 other guitars in different price ranges. But I thought, let's do an update. Since I have it here, let's do an update and compare this guitar to my video from almost 5 years ago. Looks amazing. How does it sound and perform? Let's find out. And so I'll be referencing that video quite a bit just for myself so I can see what has changed, what's the same, what's my opinion on it. I didn't actually go back and watch that video again, so I'm not going to compare what I said at the time to what I'm going to say now, but you can go watch that video if you want. It's interesting to go back and watch old videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the like and turn on notifications for other videos. If this is your first time, check out my channel, welcome. And I called that video, the Fender Squier Classic Vibe 50s Telecaster in Butterscotch Blonde is a Dream. I think that was the title, unless I've changed it since. On January 21st, 2020. So it's almost been 5 years. So let's put it down for a second because I'm going to talk specs about the guitar. This is going to be a full walkthrough, like a deep dive of Fender's Squier series Classic Vibe 50s Telecaster. And I'm just going to, the easiest thing is always to load it up on screen. And since Sweetwater sent it to me, I'm going to load up their website. So yeah, one thing a lot of companies don't show is the guitar weight. And it's a big deal to me. It might not be to you. Hi, I'm Landon, but I think it's a really important spec. So you can see here, they vary. 7 pounds, 15 ounces, so basically 8 pounds, all the way to in the 9 pound range. Got a couple there, 9, 8. It's the wood. People ask, they're like, why does that guitar weigh that? It's the wood, the different composition of the wood. I'm not a Scientologist, don't ask me. It's probably moisture in the wood, or depends what kind of life the tree had. Okay, so let's take a look at the specs, because they have specs, and it's important to read them so you know. I'll hold it up for reference so we can check it out while I'm doing that. Yeah, 6 strings, right-handed. They make a lefty, so you're in luck if you're a lefty. They do a lefty. Solid body. 50s Telecaster shape, pine body, gloss polyurethane finish, butterscotch blonde. They also make a vintage white, or some kind of white, like translucent white. Maple C-shaped neck, bolt-on, 9.5 inch radius, maple neck, fingerboard material. 21 narrow tall frets, 25.5 inch scale length, 1.650. Bone nut, which is pretty cool at this price range. Usually guitars don't have bone nuts. 3 saddle bridge, 1 single coil in the neck, 1 single coil in the bridge, 3-way toggle, 1 volume, 1 tone. Vintage style tuners. Yeah. Who are we? Where are we? I'm right here. Fender design Alnico single coil pickups. I didn't mention what they were. 9-42. Fender strings. Case gig bag? No, it comes with a box, but the box is actually impressive. The box that they put these classic vibes in, it's like a this crazy box that even the Fenders from Mexico don't have. So, and that's all the specs. So there you go. I hope it's what you expected. Thank you. I'm here for the rest of the video. A little bit more specs, like specifics on this. I always do that. How did I even touch? Can't. This exact guitar. Let's bring up the weight. I stuck it on my food scale. From memory, it's around 8 pounds, just over 8 pounds. And the pickup resistance for the neck and middle, and bridge. And those numbers, I honestly don't care about them. They mean something to you, then that's awesome. But I don't care. I do it for you. It's not me, it's you. And then the guts inside. This is the unique part that's important, and I'll comment on how this has changed. But you pull off the control cavity, and then under the pickguard. So there is room for a humbucker. And the reason I take the reason I look inside these for the lower price entry-level guitars, a lot of people want to mod these. So they want to know what kind of spacing is in there, what kind of electronics in there. Do I need to change anything? Do I want to change anything? What's inside that counts? It's an Intel Pentium 2 inside, 350 megahertz. What is he even talking about? He doesn't. Okay, so I did make a list of what is different then versus now, and I'm gonna go over it. So, like I mentioned, it was made in China. This one's made in Indonesia. The electronics are different. I'm gonna bring it up side by side so you can actually see what's different. The newer one, so this one has a nicer selector switch. It's not a Switchcraft, it's just better quality. The other one had a PCB, which I don't like. I'm never a fan of those. They feel flimsy. The stem in the actual switching feels crappy. Feels like shit. Feels like it could snap off and break. The older one had full-size pots. This one has a mini. In terms of how the pots actually felt turning them, I didn't notice a difference. The knobs on this one are higher quality. They have the adjustable screw that tightens onto the pot. The other guitar, the China guitar, had the pressure mounted ones. It's like these little teeth. You gotta like stick a couple picks or a string or something to pop them off. So better and worse. There's a mix of better and worse. The old one had shielding paint, and this one does not. I've done guitars with shielding paint or copper foil. I've done them without. I don't notice. It's not a night and day thing for me, anyways, from personal experience. So I don't really care that this one doesn't have it. It was cool to see it in the other one, and you recognize it because it's this black goo, or it's dried at this point, but it's you can see it. You're looking at it right now, so you know what I'm talking about. Single coil pickups are different. The branding, I don't know what the names are. No surprises, right, in most of this stuff, because year to year, I would expect things to change with different stock, different brands, probably different manufacturers. Cosmetically, both really nice. This one is really nice. Look at the grain on there. That looks really cool. I think if you have a thing against, some people are like, pine is cheap firewood. Look how nice this looks. Really beautiful grain in the body, which I wouldn't expect from a pine body, but if you don't think that looks nice, then you don't think it looks nice, but I do. The neck's super glossy. Again, the gloss on the back of the neck, it is pretty sticky, I'd say. It's a thin neck. It's not a fat 50s neck. That's the one thing they don't do, I'd say, right with these 50s classic vibes. But maybe the 50s neck wouldn't sell. Maybe it's a sales issue, and I'm probably right. If I'm not right on that, then maybe it's just saving wood and materials to lower the cost. Both I've had have been nice weight. In my case, I was lucky. This one is an 8-pounder. There are some that I've seen that vary all the way up to 9 pounds. I've picked up the ones that are 9 pounds. I don't like that. It's not for me. So overall, I think these are really great guitars still. Prices are still good. $429, that's a good deal. These are a great value. You can get them anywhere. All over the world. Sweetwater, Thomann, Amazon, Zounds, all the places. I have links for everywhere. Pick your favorite place. You can get direct from Fender if you want as well. Any of the links you use will be affiliate links, so I do get commission, and it just helps the channel. It doesn't cost anything more. That's how this works. And give me some feedback in the comments. What do you think of these classic Vibe 50s guitars? They've done the 50s, they've done the 60s, they've done the 70s. Could they do an 80s? Would that even make sense? What would it be? What would an 80s classic Vibe be? It's a long time ago. That's going to be it. Okay, as always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.